Hey, good night, guys. Good evening, guys. We are here with Kari Lake. Kari, I noticed you left the debate a little early tonight. You didn't stay for the full thing. Why not?
This was a tough one to sit through. I mean, and I'm sure that people at home tuned away probably within the first 10 or 15 minutes. You've got a bunch of people up there on stage. It's a vanity project for them. They know that they're at, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in the polls, and they're up against a giant, a political giant, and they're up against the next president of the United States. At 60 points in the polling. He's actually out being a leader. He's in Michigan talking to working men and women who are struggling in the Joe Biden economy while they're quibbling up there on the stage. The moderators lost total control. It was, I don't want to use any profanity up here, but it was not pleasant to watch. I think I saw many people yawning. Almost everybody was on their phone, looking down at their phone during the debate. And I'm assuming that the people across this country tuned out rather quickly. And my opinion, Mike, is that the men and the women on that stage need to go home tonight, do some soul searching. It is time to step behind and stand up and support President Trump. We're on the verge of losing this country, and we don't have time for this sideshow. We really don't. And I'm being serious right now. I'm really worried about this country for my children's future. And we've got the D-list debate going on so that they can continue to try to get their name out, get a gig as a CNN contributor when we're losing our country. It's time to step behind President Trump, and let's get behind a great man to lead this country out of this nightmare that Joe Biden has steered us into.
You mentioned the folks on the debate stage tonight. Someone who you probably don't agree with too often was also here tonight, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. He said the same thing. He told folks, look, he told the press before this debate tonight, this is the JV debate. This is not a presidential debate. This is a vice presidential debate. Kari Lake, you are a Trump supporter. You are a Trump surrogate. Did you see a potential Trump VP on stage tonight?
I don't ever agree with Gavin Newsom, but I do agree that Trump won the debate. I disagree with him that this was the JV team. I think this was the junior high debate team. And unfortunately, I don't see anybody on that debate stage who I think could even serve in President Trump's administration. For the mere fact that they're up there trying to bring him down, criticizing a man, President Trump, who's done more to secure our border than any other president in my lifetime, and I live in a border state. So I don't see anybody on there. I don't think that we can trust any of them to be in that position with him.
You mentioned President Trump. He was in Michigan, of course, today, speaking with those.
Can I say one more
please.
thing? Isn't it rich, guys, that we have the man who ruined California, Gavin Newsom, here stumping for the man who's ruining America, Joe Biden? I find that to be really rich.
Joe Biden also here in California today. He was in the Bay Area speaking with donors, but former President Trump in Michigan today, choosing not to be at this debate, second straight debate. He's not attending, called out by Chris Christie tonight. Chris Christie saying, hey, Donald, I know you're watching. The reason you're not here is you're afraid to run on your record. What do you say to that?
I think the American people know President Trump's record, and they know that from 4 years ago, their lives were better. The economy was strong. We didn't even have inflation. Our mortgage rates were down at 3%. Now they're at 8%. Gas prices are at $7 a gallon. People can't afford groceries anymore. They're worried about their jobs. They're watching fentanyl pour across our border. They're watching the border wall being welded open so that millions of people can pour in, going to all 50 states. And even in these sanctuary cities with liberals, they're looking at this and saying, we miss President Trump. The American people know President Trump had a great record, and guess what? Chris Christie knows it as well.
Kari Lake, Trump surrogate, one of those cities here in California, San Diego, guys, announcing a humanitarian crisis this week. This migrant crisis affecting everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, please tell Madam Vice President we all say hello. We think she'd be a great vice president.
Indeed.